twirling, it's twirling, and we are live.
I love it. Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to the recap. Listen, we don't want y'all to miss none of this juiciness. We gonna give it to you raw like it is. First of all, welcome to Sports Chat with Nat. Replay watchers, thank you. You might be busy right now, but when you come and watch, thank you for watching. Listen.
Oh my gosh, we have finally played the last 272nd game of the season. You guys realize there's literally 272 games in a whole entire NFL season. And if you're like me, you probably watch 272. Or maybe you just watch your own games. I watch 272 when I'm not working. Or somehow on my phone. So,
Yeah.
Problem.
All this so listen, we got so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start.
Well, let's start from let's just start on Saturday.
Okay, let's start on Saturday.
Okay, we'll start. We're start with
Saturday. No, I'm gonna be a big girl.
Well, I was Saturday. Go in order. Y'all came on last, so
right. So Browns Ravens.
Well, we already knew the Ravens was gonna just.
Now I said 38-10. You said 32-12. The final score was 35-10.
I mean, if you
that's close enough.
Close enough. If you average our numbers, it probably was that.
I still say Lamar is the MVP. I know Joe had a good game, but I still say Lamar is the MVP. That dude out there throwing no-look touchdown passes.
And he broke the record.
And he broke another rushing record. Come on.
And throwing record of the season of NFL. And I was like, ooh.
Yes, come on, people. Give it up. Aaron Rodgers won it 4 times. Lamar can win it a 3rd time. Come on. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, now the Browns, the Browns don't know what they're gonna do at quarterback. They had Zappe in there. Zappe came from the New England Patriots. So anyway, they don't know. Now they restructured the contract for Jameis Winston, but he's injured right now. So apparently,
they know what they're doing. They're gonna put Jameis and then Deshaun.
Listen, ship out Deshaun. Ship him out. Just get rid of him.
He got one more season, I think. 1 or 2 more seasons.
They restructured the contract, so okay. I don't know what they're doing with him. Anyway, final score 35-10. The Ravens won the AFC North, number 3 seed, and now.
Then we got to.
I
knew that was going to be interesting, and I just told y'all I knew it. The Bengals wanted it more, but also it was a very interesting, kind of slow.
It was a very interesting game. The defense blew their tails off. The defense, other than the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a little.
That first quarter, I could have choked Corey Trice. If I would have been close to him, I'd be in jail right now. He had the nerve to turn around and look like somebody made the mistake other than him.
What? What you mean?
Yeah, that's what he did. I'm like, it's you. What? It was you. He ran by you.
Me?
But he did.
Oh, somebody put a thumbs up.
The rest of the game, though, he was on it. He was on it after that. But I clap for Jesus. That first touchdown killed us. It killed. And Russell,
I knew they were gonna win. I was like, they hungry. And if the Kansas City had set all their starters, I think they would have made playoffs.
Listen, Russell.
Poor Russell. He wasn't playing.
Sierra pregnant.
Is she?
They ain't said it yet, but I put my check on it.
What?
When she get pregnant, he don't play worth a doggone. Soon as she start talking about baby number 5 about 4-5 weeks ago, he ain't played worth a darn since then.
What you mean, baby number 5? I missed up.
They start talking a rumor about baby number 5 about 4-5 weeks ago or something. I don't know how many weeks ago. We ain't won a game since. Now look it up about the baby rumors, baby number 5, Sierra.
You know I'm over here doing it right now as we speak.
We have not won since. And because he was playing real good. Then all of a sudden, she said it was something about baby number 5. I said, oh Lord Jesus, he ain't gonna be no good. I said it to myself. I should have said it on
ready for baby number 5. And then somebody said 2 weeks ago talking about something Sierra pregnant with twins.
Now, so wait a minute. When was that baby number 5 statement made?
In October 28th to be exact, in People Magazine.
Okay, so People Magazine.
We can call him Cinco. Really?
Listen, Russ ain't been worth a cuss since that rumor started back then. So anyway, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to be one and done again unless a miracle happens and we beat the Ravens like we did the first part of the season, which I don't see that happening. However, on any given Sunday, I know anything could happen. And if Russell show up and he looked like he looked in first 7 games, okay. If Cam and the defense look like they look, now they got to do a little bit better than they did the other day. 19 points was good, but the number of yards was ridiculous.
And George Pickens did not.
Listen, that colored boy, that dark-skinned man, that tall, pigmented young man, he dropped them balls on purpose. He can catch a ball with 2 fingers. You mean tell me with 2 hands on it he can't catch it? I don't want to hear it.
Now she called him.
He did not show up for the media after the game. He walked off on the media last week. Listen. I believe he dropped them balls. Now, one of them balls dropped because the boy hit him. But again, he's been hit harder than that and held on to the ball. So I believe he dropped them on purpose. I believe he was trying to prove a point. I don't know what his point was. I don't like it. But his body language is ugly. His speed is ugly. As fast as he is, it's clear when he's not putting forth the effort. So, I mean, you can't deny when he's not putting forth the effort because he's so fast, he's so good, one-handed, backhanded, underneath. But you got 2 hands on it, you can't. Okay. Moving on. Now, first on my sheet is the Panthers Falcons.
Yeah, well, let me have my rant because you had yours. So, I
go
for this ish.
Was you there in person?
Of course, I was at this BS game.
I thought you was.
Yeah, I was there. So all my Falcons fans out there, we are all sitting here like, does our team hate us? Is it us as fans? What is it? Does defense not like us?
I just knew y'all had that game. When I looked at the score, it was 24-24. Then I looked again, it was 38-38. I was like,
I don't think if Raheem doesn't like us, it was very disgusting. First off, why the game went to overtime was beyond my thing. But also after that, how defense played the worst game of the whole entire season, they waited for that. Now, maybe it was because we all were secret Saints fans that, like today, I don't know. Maybe it came about it, but they played part of it on there. And I remember at the beginning, when they showed the score, it was 13, I think 3, where the Saints were leading the Panthers. I mean, not the Panthers, the Bucks.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, started clapping. Yeah, go Saints! Everybody say Saints feeling like that. And I said, I'm gonna need y'all to wait. We clapping now, but we need to pay attention to fourth quarter. I am all about let's watch when fourth quarter happens because I had a feeling the Bucks was gonna end up bushpulling. Cause there's no way. I know that they were playing our game on in Tampa, just like they were playing their game on there. But they were trying. But I think they were also trying to hide the score from them to help them not whatchamacallit. Because at one point when the Saints were winning, they were kind of showing, like, letting everybody know. But then as it started getting further down, they didn't do it because also at the same time, we all like, well, if they starting to win, y'all need to do y'all's job. Y'all need to win. So defense, I don't know what it was. I love y'all a lot, but y'all did not come to play. And my Falcons group chat wants to fire everybody up on my thing. They want to get a whole new team.
Oh, so they want to do what I want to do. Look, they want to do what I want to do.
But y'all in playoffs, so y'all fine. Look, we
ain't fine. We are not fine.
But the thing about it is, first off, this is our. I won't say it's our second losing season, but this hard season is worse than last season because the thing about it was we started off so strong, and also everybody predicted that we would be the NFC South champions, and I hate that he said it and he was right. But Maurice Jones-Drew said it on one of the shows. They asked him on Game Day Final, and they said, "Who's won? He's taking the South," and he was like, "Tampa Bay's gonna end up winning it." I was like, "No, it ain't not." And he literally was like, "Tampa's gonna end up getting on a roll, and they're gonna do it." And that's exactly.
He's pretty accurate. He's pretty accurate with the stuff he says. I hate to admit it, but a lot of times I don't want to admit it, but Yeah,
he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. I wasn't very happy with that one either.
No.
So yeah, he was right, and I hate to say that, but yeah. So we all know that I am officially a Commanders fan, and next Sunday I'm definitely a Commanders fan. I'm also a Lions fan. So I will say when it comes to teams like us that get to sit down and watch everybody else, it's kind of fun now because now we get to choose who we want to go and like.
Well, since you said Commanders, let's talk about the Commanders. They beat the Cowboys 23-19. Now, we knew they would beat the Cowboys. We thought they would get closer to 30 points. You said 28, I said 30. But they beat them 23-19. That's all that matters. And so what are they, the 5 seed?
Yes, because
5 seed. No, 6.
No, they're the 6 seed.
6 seed.
Because they're going to Tampa. Because Tampa is now the 3rd. Oh my God! Now they're the number 3 seed. So yeah, I have a lot of we have a lot of feelings in there. The stadium
we all shook up, folks. We all shook up. Let's just be honest.
Yes, well, she shook up because I don't know why Miss Natalie shook up because she actually made playoffs. I'm shook up.
I mean, we made it, but we made it looking bad. We made it with bad play calling. The play calling is bad. The defensive coaching is bad. I looked at the Detroit Lions tonight, and the Detroit Lions, I wrote it down.
Boy, they are amazing.
They had defensive players playing positions that they've never played before. Tonight,
they're playing 16 of their players. Like 12, I think 12 of their 16 players are defensive players that are hurt, and they
lost players tonight during the game.
They did.
And they had players playing in positions they've never played before, which means the coaching is phenomenal. The coach was on the sideline like this, while the offense was out there. Defensive coach was like that, sitting on the bench like that. Like he was sitting on the porch out in Chuckatuck somewhere, waiting for the horses to go trotting by. He's just leaning.
Like, yeah, that's my team.
I mean, and so it really made me feel even more convinced that Pittsburgh needs a cleansing, because the coaching, if you can take a player that ain't never played a position and put him in there and y'all still beat somebody down like that, and that boy ain't never
That's not just, but that's the thing though. Detroit basically is putting, just like San Fran that year taught us about backup quarterbacks. Detroit is teaching us about how, in a sense of like, when you,
a 53-man roster.
Oh, for real. And that means that they can play all positions. In a sense, when your man's down, you come back up. Like, you the next.
Now that's the real next man up. Now that's and they asked him tonight, how could they do it with so many injured players? He said, coaching and the heart of
I was
the
about to say, they got heart. They have so
the heart.
heart.
I give stats all the time. I know I do, and I'll say it now and forever. Stats are good, but I'll take heart over stats any day, because I'll take a man that's hungry and ready to fight before a man that's just been labeled a star. Give me the man.
Remember, that's what they said about Michael Penix Jr. when they got him. He wrote a letter to all the teams and wrote like, yes, I know that I have both knee injuries, all that other stuff. But he was like, but if you look at my EKG, you're going to see it's strong. Basically saying like his heart.
My heart, yeah.
I was like, oh.
That boy looked good. He looked good. Listen, if he'd have been playing at least 3-4 games earlier, y'all be in the playoffs.
Exactly. So
y'all be in the playoffs.
I'm excited about next year when it comes to it, because he's gonna start and he needs to. But the thing about it is, we need a defense. We need defense and we need a kicker. Because also, since Koo got hurt and that other kicker, I mean, you tried to do your job, but there's twice that he kicked a field goal and missed, and it could have helped us. So, and also Koo did too. But yeah,
it's the Panthers next year gonna be tough. Now they've been sorry for about 2-3 years, and then they got all them number 1 draft picks. Now they got a coach. They look decent, and we've been saying this for what, 3-4 weeks now. We've been saying this for 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, I knew it. Nope, I said it before. It was way before then. I was like, the Panthers, we sleeping on them. And I can't remember what week it was, but it hasn't been 3-4 weeks. It was prior to the.
It was the week they put in Andy Dalton, wasn't it? Wasn't it the first week that they put in Andy Dalton that we realized how really good they were? Yes. Because they almost won or did win or something.
Yeah.
And we was like, wait a minute.
The Chiefs. That's when I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was the Chiefs. They played the Chiefs.
Then when Bryce came back, I was like, oh, all he needed to do was sit down.
Sit down for a minute.
Sit down for a second.
Sit down. As the old folks say.
Sit down.
Sat down. Sat down. Sat down.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sat down. He needs to sit down. So the Commanders beat the Cowboys. They're in the playoffs. The Bears shocked the Packers.
Yo, I didn't even realize how important for them that was. So it's really interesting. This is why I say week 18 is week 18 is probably one of the most exciting ones. It's probably, and it's so up in the air with everything. Like when we're picking, it's almost like picking like week 1, because we don't know who's playing. Because it's always like, well, who's playing? Like, well, if they do play this person, or if they sit down these people, blah, blah, blah. But then also, week 18 becomes spoiler alert for everybody. And
it becomes all about this.
It becomes, and it also, like I said, and it also becomes
spoiler.
And since they started doing, because before they never used to have week 18 where it was division rivalries. But since they started making division rivalry week 18, like for real, it definitely becomes spoiler alert and everything like that. Because Chicago was like, shoot, I ain't got nothing to play for. But guess what? Y'all do. And I didn't realize that because they lost to them, they dropped to the number 7 seed. I said,
yeah. Number 7. Listen, and Minnesota dropped to 5.
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
But yeah, we do. Detroit looks so good, but then we ain't got there yet. Moving on. Moving on. Texans at the Titans. Final score 23-14. Texans look pretty good. They ready for the playoffs. They play the Chargers. I don't think they'll beat the Chargers though.
We haven't made it to that point yet.
We ain't made it there. But anyway, moving
We
on.
haven't made it to what our game day predictions are.
Okay, yeah. So Jaguars at the Colts. The Jags lost to the Colts 26-23 in overtime. Overtime. I'm trying to help it get down to a couple of these games because I got something I really want to share that was so interesting that since you brought up the week 18 thingy. Oh. The Bills at the Patriots.
You know, we should have known they was gonna sit everybody, but they almost lost in. Sorry, Gerard Mero, you are the first victim of. Well, technically, Chicago's coach was technically the first victim, but yeah, not really because now we're really into Black Monday. So yeah, sorry, Gerard Mero, you are the first victim of Black Monday. Technically, Black Sunday now.
And they already talking. I read an article today talking about when they can interview the coordinators from the Lions and the Vikings. I just think no interview should happen for anybody at all until the season is over, because you are asking the coordinator for this championship team to take time away from his planning to plan for an interview, which means he got to study for your team to prepare himself for it. I just think it's stupid. I think it's a disadvantage to the coordinator himself, because he has to take away from his preparation from the job he has now for the opportunity, the possible opportunity with you. And that means you don't care about the job he has now. I don't like it. And you may not even hire him
because they really want Nilk to like help their team. But this is where it becomes interesting too, because we've seen how when they take their coordinators, sometimes their coordinators is really what makes it too. So a lot of times when they change, we got to see like how the team changes too. Like look at Dallas. Look at what Dan Quinn left, and
and I understand that, but I still think
you're right. I agree.
Yeah, nobody until like the end. Yeah, because that's not fair to the team that they're on now. That's so disrespectful. That's trying to marry the woman that's already married. She married. Leave her alone till she get her divorce. She is not divorced. Why is she trying to marry her? That's exactly what it is. I don't like it. They need to change that rule. They need to stop it. Stop it. And I think the only way it's going to stop is the owners have to say, stop messing with my coordinators while we still playing.
They're the ones that have to say it, but
they're going to have to say something. They're going to have to say something.
Until it actually like messes up one of them, that's when it's going to.
I believe it's already messed up some. I can't prove which one it was, but a coordinator interviewed for a job and his team lost. And I swear, I think it had something to do with his level of distraction. I think it's piss poor. I just think it's poor management. They want to fire coaches for poor time management. Let's fire them for poor administrative management. Moving on. Giants at the Eagles, huh?
I said there was a lot of poor time management this season.
Yeah. Eagles at the Giants. The Eagles did beat the Giants 20-13. 20-13. One of our games of the week, #honorable mention, the Bucks Saints, 27-19.
And it was a nice little thing of looking up and saying like, oh. It was very funny at the game. While everybody was still focusing, you definitely saw everybody, like a lot of people on their phones, like looking or like trying to figure out what to score and watching their game to pay attention and be like, "Oh, we have a chance." But Sugar, yeah, I had to say, shoot. Even if they did
Listen,
Even if they did win for us, we didn't do our job. So
no. So now, Broncos Chiefs. Now we knew the Chiefs was gonna sit everybody, but my God, 38-0. That
really
really?
wanted the I really wanted them to lose. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all don't even know. Y'all might have. Y'all probably realize how much of a Bengals fan I was. Like, I was really going for them. And guess what? If the Broncos wouldn't have won, they would have made playoffs. Because guess what?
Yeah.
The Jets beat Miami.
We Lord have mercy. Listen, let me hurry up and get to the game I want to get to because it's something I want to say. Oh God, I can't get there fast enough. The Chargers at the Raiders, 34-20. Them Chargers, I told you, they hot. They hot.
Dang, I was hoping it was gonna be Harbaugh Wild Talk part 2. I mean part 3.
Well,
you know, y'all messed it up for us.
We messed that up.
We'll see him soon.
The game I want to get to right quick. Seahawks at the Rams.
Boy, how that messed up the ranking system too. Oh, also, Week 18 is also not only about heart and upset, but it's also about
Listen, Gino got $6 million today for, let me be accurate, he had to win at least 10 games. Check. He had to have at least 4,282 yards. He had a total of 4,320, and he had to finish today at least 69.75%. He went into the game at 70% completion percentage.
You know,
Homeboy made $6 million today.
You also know who else got paid today?
Who?
I had to go back to the stupid Bucks, but Mike Evans got $3 million.
Oh, yes, he did. He sure did.
He got another 1,000-yard catching season.
Now, the next game on my list, I saw this right before we logged on. Something told me to check the news.
What you talking about, San Fran and Cardinals?
Dolphins 20, Jets 32. Tyreek said, I'm out.
Oh, yes. I meant to say that. Yeah.
He said in the fourth quarter. He said, I'm out. This is the first time in my career I ain't been in the playoffs. I got to do what's best for my family.
I did see that, yeah. I didn't see he said it in the fourth quarter, but I did see it on, Sunday Night Football. They said that he was like, Tyreek said, deuces.
Yeah, the headline say he sits in the fourth quarter. Listen.
First off, I don't know how I feel about you saying, okay, yeah, this is your first time in your career that you've ever not made playoffs. Okay, well, it happens to everybody. Okay,
not to him, though, girl.
It's your first. It's the first time. That's a.
It don't happen to him. It can't happen to him. He's special. He don't have to roll his window down when the police come. He don't have to get out the car when the police come. He's special.
Is that a read? Where are my sunglasses at? It's a little shady up in here. Bruh.
He's special. Him special.
Woo,
then you know that?
His
name Tyreek Hill. He can do whatever he want, wherever he want. Didn't you know that, girl? Look, as Gomer Pyle could say, surprise, surprise, surprise.
But the thing about it that's interesting about him with it is that he didn't even have a great season.
Nope.
I was like, you can't even say that. And I don't think it was even the fastest season. Cheetah, you getting old. Yeah, I said it. You getting old.
Not only that, I knew he had problems. Didn't he have some issues with beating up folks in elevators and stuff? Was that him?
No,
but
Ray Rice.
No, he had some trouble too.
Well, we know that. That's why we never saw again after that moment when he.
I think he had some trouble too. But I'm gonna look. You look it up faster than me. So anyway, while you looking that up, Kyler Murray said, "I don't care what y'all say about us. We can't score points." They scored 47 points on the 49ers.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. And my point is, he got no business being in the NFL anyway. Read it. What it say? Read it.
Oh, sorry. This was in a couple of seasons at Garden Community.
He been in trouble more than once. More than once. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Come on.
Crystal Espinel, his girlfriend at the time, who was 8 weeks pregnant with his child, told police in late night of December 12, 2014 that Hill Stillwater home escalated to physical violence. She said she was choked by him, also punched in her stomach, not with the 8 weeks, baby, and the face. Still pain in her stomach. She was concerned about the baby. He spent the night in jail. And the next day
they found marks on her when they got there. They found marks on that woman when they got there. Go ahead.
And he was charged with felony domestic assault and battery by strangulation.
Go on. He had another one, don't he? And he got another one?
He was released from he was dismissed for the football and track programs.
Come on.
And then he pled not guilty.
Come on, it's another one. Ain't it another one?
I'm only on that one. Oh,
I know.
Draft controversy. Okay. So when he was about to get drafted, he was not invited to the combine due to his arrest. And they said he didn't think he was going to get drafted. But then the Chiefs picked him up because of his 4.2.
Yeah.
2.5.
So like I said, he ain't got no business in the NFL anyway.
Oh, child abuse. Oh, okay.
Thank you. I told you.
2009, March 2019. He was under police against him for battery involving him and the same girl with her 3-year-old son who has suffered a broken arm.
Thank you.
Is that who he's married to
now? I think so.
Oh.
But see, again, I say his mentality is warped. He said in the fourth quarter, I'm out of here. This is the first time in my career I ain't never made the playoffs. Okay. But look at yourself. Check yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Now, what I did want to say is Tyler Huntley was 25 of 41, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Now, old man Aaron.
Oh, never mind.
What? What?
Is that another one?
What? Should be. What is it? Which one is that? This number 4. What's this?
Something happened in June of 2023.
Come on with it. What? Come on.
It was some type of altercation that he was in. Oh, he slapped it. He was accused of slapping an employee in the back of the head following a disagreement.
Thank you. And at the beginning of the season, didn't he get pulled over and arrested or handcuffed for not rolling the window down for speeding in a 30-mile zone, about 100? What? He need to get somewhere and sit down. That's what he need to do. Sit down. Now, old man Aaron said, I don't care what y'all say about me, about being in the dark retreat and all of that. He threw 23 of 36 for 274. Count how many touchdowns today he had.
She said he wanted his money too.
Aaron got him 4 touchdowns today. Where was this Aaron Rodgers at before?
In the dark retreat.
Sideline and on the retreat. Soon as I said it, I said he was at the retreat in my head.
All right,
So
I said it for you. He was at the retreat.
now, you got some more on the criminal.
It's a lot. It's still no.
It's a lot, ain't it?
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Now, do you see why I say he has no business in the NFL?
You definitely were. Well, there's a lot of other people who had the thing. I'm still trying to figure out, is that the woman he married?
And a lot of people, I think the NFL should change their policies. And I think they need to slow up paying all this money to these people. I think there should be some stipulations with it. I think there should be some codes of conduct that they got to follow. And if they don't, get some of that money back.
I was about to say they already did start to do it at first, because remember, rookie contracts are not as steep.
No, but I mean, you get a contract for all of this money, and you go out and you choke your child or you break your child's arm, which is a violation of the some kind of policy, personal conduct, some policy they got somewhere. And if they don't, they should. When you get convicted or charged with something like that, domestic violence and whatever, you should lose some of your salary, incentive, all of that. Something should be taken from you, from the millions that they done gave you to play a sport. When you commit a crime or violate their code of conduct or whatever it is, that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, they'll cut some of this foolishness out if they do that. But no, they're so worried about hurting somebody's feelings till somebody really hurt somebody. Then they're going to be looking at them like they look at these parents with these children with these guns. These owners and these coaches need to be held more responsible for taking in these athletes that they know have these problems. Like Tomlin need to be choked for keeping George Pickens. Let me shut up.
We know you and yeah.
And yes, I said it. The offensive coordinator need to go, defensive coordinator to go. And much as I love Mike Tomlin, he need to leave Pittsburgh like Andy Reid left Philly and went to Kansas City.
No.
I think he done got stale. I think he really started losing respect when the people found out he hired Canada because Canada gave his boy a scholarship. Canada didn't have no business with that job as offensive coordinator. He gave Mike Tomlin's son a scholarship. You lose respect when you do stuff like that. You can't keep your locker room. You can't keep the respect of your fellow colleagues when you hiring a coach because he gave your child a scholarship. And the coach ain't no good and you don't get rid of him till your job get threatened. Come on now.
Guess what? Mike Tomlin still has not had a losing.
Girl, I'm so sick of hearing that. Yeah, whatever. And he ain't won a playoff game either. So what? What?
Well, it was a possibility until y'all lost. I really had hopes for you guys, but
I had high hopes. I had high hopes, but I ain't got no hope. Well,
shoot, I was again, I had a whole bunch of hopes. Okay.
I will say this. If, and it's a big if with a capital I, italicized, and bold.
And what about the F?
The F can be however it need to be, but that I need to be italicized, bold, big font. If Russell played like he played them first 3 or 4 games when he threw for 300-400 yards almost, if the defense played like they played
when y'all first played the Ravens,
when we first played the Ravens, TJ has got to either TJ done lost a step because that baby coming or something, because he had no tackles yesterday, no strip sack, no strip fumble thingies, no tackles for a loss, no sacks, no nothing, 0, not nothing, not no nothing. I watched some players today being double teamed, linebackers, spinning out, doing things. I'm really just starting to think, which leads me to my point of coaching. I think it's coaching. I think got a lot to do with the coaching. I mean,
Are we officially at the real game of the week now?
the Vikings
We
and
didn't
the
really,
Lions,
we
because
didn't really have to say that much about San Fran and
no, nothing about that. 47-24, that's it. Teddy Bridgewater was the backup to Jared Goff.
he didn't even come. When did Teddy even go in the game? I saw him on the sideline.
Wait a minute. He left to go coach football at his high school alma mater. Let me read it. Miami Northwestern. They won the championship. In 10 months, they won the championship, and he back on the sideline with the Detroit Lions. Suited up.
And didn't play.
It's coaching. It's coaching. It's coaching. It's coaching. The coaching that he received helped him be a better coach. He went and coached them boys to a state championship in 10 months. Aaron Glenn got them boys playing in positions they've never played in. They're the number one seed, back-to-back NFC champs for the first time in Super Bowl era.
They've also the first time in Detroit Lions history that they have been the number one seed.
They got number one touchdown, the most touchdowns in the NFL this season.
Jamar Gibbs was just killing it tonight. They just was like, here, it's Jamar Sonic or Knuckles. I can't remember which one he is, but
he had 4 tonight, and he himself has the record for the most touchdowns in the NFL.
Right. And Lil Birdie on the street said that David Montgomery might be coming back, especially now that he's rested. Like now they have an extra week. David Montgomery, they said he might be. He ain't saying it, but Derrick Campbell on the sideline pretty much was like, wait.
And Aiden Hutchinson said he's manifesting that he's coming back for the Super Bowl.
Aiden, I don't even know if that's possible.
Aiden Hutchinson, when I first started my first season of doing college football, it was my second season on Sports Chat. People had asked me about college football. So I paid attention to the number one college picks, and it was Aiden Hutchinson. And I was surprised because normally the first pick out of the college is usually a quarterback.
Yeah, he was one of the first. Yeah, it's very
the defensive end. Yeah. He was one of the first defensive ends to be the top college player.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, he said he's manifesting that he's coming back. They had 21. I
don't know if that's possible, but okay.
They had 21 unanswered points tonight. Gibbs carried the ball 23 times for 139 yards. He scored 4 total touchdowns. And they have a defensive player who missed 6 games with a fractured forearm. He was in the game.
Oh, tonight. Yeah, I forgot. Yes. I'm going to call him Fabio because of his hair, but yes. But yeah.
I mean,
and some of their players will start coming back. Now, Aiden, I think he was out for the entire season. Now, hey.
Well, they said early on that he had been saying if they make it to the Super Bowl, he was going to try to be back. Listen, people.
I guess he gonna need to try to get back because
they going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Detroit's definitely, and I'm already saying I already know Detroit gonna win it. If Detroit makes it to the Super Bowl, they gonna win it.
Detroit, I believe if Detroit, this is how good I think their coaching staff is. I think they could take anybody from almost any team Anybody qualified to be in the NFL, I think they could take them out, put them out there, and win. I mean, they look so good.
I mean,
and you know they're going for it on fourth down. You know they're going for it. So what? They're going for it.
And even when they don't make it on fourth down, they still be like, all right, cool. Because they know their defense is going to do the job. So it's like they have so much heart, so much grit. It's refreshing to watch them.
Yes, the grit. That's it.
Grit. It's very, very, very interesting. It's very refreshing to watch them. I'm super excited for them. I am,
You know who else I see that grit in? I think I see that grit in the Commanders.
Commanders do have grit.
I think I see it in the Commanders. I see it in, I hate to say it,
the Ravens. The Ravens? Want to say the Ravens?
And I see it in the Chiefs. Because Patrick can have 1 foot, half a toe, 1 arm. He gonna find a way to pass the ball. I don't understand how they do it.
Okay, so then we're gonna just go and say it then. Who's the best team in the NFL right now?
Detroit.
Good answer. Good answer.
Detroit.
I was gonna say that. I was like, she better not say
Detroit.
them.
No, Detroit. Detroit. Now I believe this might be the year the Ravens get the Chiefs. Might be.
Are you saying we might get the Super Bowl that we thought we was gonna get last year?
Last year, the Lions and the Ravens.
Lions Super Bowl?
I think we're gonna get it this year because I think as good as Josh and the Bills are, I think the grit and the heart of the Ravens, I think they can get the Bills.
So you think, so you're basically saying that the AFC Championship game is going to be a Bills-Ravens one. That's what you're saying.
I think that's what I'm saying. As much as I know, I keep saying the Chiefs don't lose, but this might be the year. Although I think Travis is going to be retiring sooner than we think.
We already said he was going to retire this year.
He said this year?
No, I mean, we said it.
Yeah, we said it. He ain't said it, but yeah. So, and I know something else I was going to say too, but I'm going to say this off. Well, I might not. I don't know if I need to say it on the air, but.
Okay, you can wait till afterwards. But anyway.
But maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, I found out some stuff about Travis.
Okay, we're gonna say this off the air, and then we'll then I'll say. Okay,
then we'll decide. I'll let you tell me if we're gonna say it. Okay, so that's it. So now we know the schedule for next week. Oh, let me make sure I said what else I want to say.
I will say though, I'm not gonna lie. If somehow this does end up becoming a Chiefs Detroit one, boy, I think whoever plays Detroit in the Super Bowl, Detroit makes it to Super Bowl, it's gonna be a very okay, let me change it this way. If I had to choose who Detroit would go against, I would say either the Ravens or the Bills. I think it would be a better matchup between them. I feel like, and we would be like, yay. I feel like if the Chiefs in Detroit made it in there, I just feel like Detroit's going to run all over them.
Yeah.
And and I love Andy. I love me some Big Ray. I like Patrick, but I just feel like they're just
Detroit is so determined.
I feel like, I guess the analogy would be, remember when Andy first went to the Chiefs? That is how they play. That's how Detroit plays. Like
yes.
how we first saw the Chiefs, and we were like, what? Where they come from? And Andy Reid just took them and gave them all this more heart and grit. That is what Dan Campbell is for the Detroit Lions. And that's why I feel like, yes.
Wait a minute. I saw something in the stats, and I was like, what? And wait a minute, let me get to the right category. And I was like, well, no wonder they're so good. They had so many people in like the top 10. I can't find it now, but it was Detroit. They had a couple of people I think it was Detroit. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look again. I could have swore it was Detroit. Maybe I'm wrong. But they had, whichever team it was, they had like 2 receivers or rushers or whatever the category was. They had like 2 or 3 people in the top 20.
Wow.
Like, oh my God. No wonder the team is so good. I can't find it now because I'm looking for it.
That's always
good. Yeah. So we play the Ravens. And what the Texans, all
right, I got you.
Pull it up. The Texans and the pull it up.
Is it officially up? Yes. Wild card weekend starts next Saturday, starting at 4:30 with the Chargers at the Texans. Then great, and that's on CBS. Then a great Amazon Prime time night. We have a lovely matchup again, which I guess we'll call this let's see, how was rivalry times part 3. Part 3. They are both 1-1. So who's gonna take it? We got the Ravens. We got the Steelers at the Ravens. I think the Ravens are gonna win. Sorry. And then on Sunday, we're gonna basically have another day of Sunday night, Sunday football, Sunday fun day. We got the Broncos at the Bills at 1. Then we have
now listen, that game right there. The Broncos could shock the Bills. Sean Payton could literally outcoach Sean McDermott. And Bo Nix is playing so phenomenal.
Okay, please don't just say that from today's game because
no. Not just today's game. I'm just saying Detroit has looked good all season, really, to be honest. We had no idea they was going to look this good with a rookie quarterback. We didn't think it.
Broncos?
Yes. We didn't think that. Ain't nobody thought that. Ain't nobody thought the Broncos would be in the playoffs.
Except the Broncos themselves.
Except for them, maybe, but nobody else. So you take that grit, you take that heart, and you take Sean Payton, who mad because folks talking about him because the way he talked about Russell, the way he disrespected Russell. You know, he was in the bounty thing years ago. That's how he got suspended. So he already got a dark cloud over him. So he need to clear up that dark cloud from years ago that there ain't nobody talking about from the bounty days when he got suspended for a whole year.
You know, I know about that, clearly.
Yeah, but they don't talk about it. But let that have been Tomlin. He wouldn't even have a job. I'm leaving it at that. Move on with the
maybe he's the TB of coaches.
He is. Go on.
I decided I didn't quietness on that one. Yeah, so back to the Packers at Philly, since they dropped down to the 8th and the 7th seed, and then Sunday night football where the Commanders will whoop the Tampa Bay
Bucks. They're gonna beat the Bucks. I think they're gonna beat the Bucks. As good as the Bucks have been.
The part is this was week 1. This was week 1 of the NFL. And this was our first time seeing Jaden. And they almost won. But I mean, they lost 32 to 20. I mean, no, 37 to 20. but that's not the same team that they played week 1.
Mm-mm.
So.
No. You give that boy 15 seconds, he can get that team down the field to the end zone.
Right, 15. Probably even less than that.
Yeah, less than that, but I was being generous.
It probably has been. I mean, that's literally 10 seconds. Remember, he beat
That's what I'm saying. All right, moving on. And Monday
night, we have a whole entire thing. We got ESPN. We have Minnesota at the Rams.
The Rams have come from nowhere.
Well, guess what? The Rams did that last year.
They do it.
And last year,
we thought when Aaron Donald retired, they would die.
No, they came back.
I know.
But they started off slow. The Rams
did start slow.
They start slow. And then they just, out of nowhere, you'd be like, what?
Yeah. So, but anyway, this was a live recap and a preview of the playoffs and a little bit of everything. And the season is over. The season is done. It's playoffs. Everybody is 0-0. It's single game elimination. You lose,
it's
you
literally go you. They said you one and done.
One and done.
Who got it? You gotta wait till our other video next to see who we gonna pick. Our predictions video for playoffs. Yeah. But who owns it? This is when it gets real interesting because this is gonna come down to coaching. Now we in playoffs, and this goes down to coaching, grit, and heart.
Coaching is so important.
That's why I put that as the number one part.
Because
coaching.
You cannot be so predictable. Now, I heard them say tonight, and I'm looking like this because I'm trying to remember exactly how they said it. They were saying that Detroit was showing you zone, but then they play man-to-man.
Mm-hmm.
They show you man-to-man, and then they play zone. But the key is they were playing it properly and executing it. Pittsburgh players were saying the same thing. They were trying to show you one thing and do another, but they weren't executing. You got to execute.
That's why I said coaching, grit, and heart. Execution definitely, but
execution comes from good coaching.
Right.
It does. So, ladies and gentlemen, we could talk about football all night long. We could, but we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop because we could keep talking.
I know. I've been waiting for this because I really was thinking I really need somebody to talk football with because I had so much stuff, and then she's just like, "Come on!" I was like, "Yes, I have so much to talk about." This is why it's fun to have some. This is why you have to have football friends.
Yes, you got to have
who actually watches all games. It's not. It's one thing for somebody you'd be like, "Oh, I can talk to you about my team," but who else who can
let's talk about everybody's team. Let's talk about it all.
Everybody.
And so after we get finished with the playoffs, now I got to start March Madness prep. But I'm working on the play. I'm working on Love Won't Let Me Wait. A huge stage play that's going to be at the Marietta Square Theater, February 14th, 15th, and 16th. I play Willie Mae.
I cannot wait to see her, you guys.
Everybody lives at my house.
Oh, Lord.
They follow my rules.
She is the perfect person to play this role, you guys. 100%. I haven't even seen it, but I just know just how she just described her character. I'm like, she's a perfect person for this. But we will post something on the page as soon as I get a little more info. I got a flyer. I'm gonna post that. I'll give it to Vanessa so she can put it however she want to put it. But yes, so anyway, my time is very, very limited. I have a little time this week. But yeah, I got to start. I'm missing NCAA basketball. Oh, God, do I love calling basketball. Yes,
so I'm going to get to it.
Y'all know.
Yeah.
For the new people who don't know, when football season ends,
Master she kind of come in and she hang out with me, but she give you, see, football season never really ends. The off season still has info every day. So she comes in to bring the football info in the off season, but I keep the basketball going, the track and field, NBA, all of that. I keep doing all of that. She bring
I'll
in
come in for tennis. Those are like literally the only two things I got y'all with. I got y'all with tennis because I play tennis my own self. But football, I will definitely keep it on there. But everything, but when we get to basketball season, your girl be like, yep. I know certain things. I'll be like, oh, I saw that game. Yep, I heard that.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the first time. South Carolina is not number one right now in NCAA women's basketball. They are not. So I'm excited to get started, do my research, get some things going. I'll do a little bit this week and give you a little preview and things of that nature. Then I'm going to have to back out for a minute and come in sparingly. Maybe try to do a weekly live in there, throw one in there, call one game a week or something, but it won't be multiple games, unfortunately, until after the play. But football, we're going to keep doing. I'm going to get the football in as best I can. Now, next Saturday, I'm available. Next Sunday, not until tonight, about 10 o'clock.
We can do Monday night. I mean,
I do Monday night.
Monday after.
Yeah, Monday. But next Sunday, the 1 o'clock game, I'm available a little bit, but then I miss the 4 o'clock and I miss all that.
That's all right. I'm gonna miss it.
But anyway, we love you. Thank y'all for watching. Tell a friend, bring a friend, and don't forget we do a gift card giveaway for Super Bowl. Ain't nobody winning for Christmas.
That's all right. I'll take it because I got a jacket I want to buy.
So
y'all gotta see what fits I'm gonna get for next season. That's gonna be my thing.
We gotta get some sales stuff going. Thank y'all for watching.
Bye, guys.